Good afternoon, this is R.P.Radford. 50 years of chess, and the person I'm bringing to you now, Richard Allen, is someone I've already done about a video about in 50 years of chess, but this is a remake of the previous one, which was one of my early ones. I've improved the board and screen and everything since then, so I just want to improve that game. So this game was with Richard. He's a down-end player, always was. I think he retired from chess and work and everything. He's an older man than myself. He would be in his 80s, I think, now, or late 70s. I met him not that long ago and said hello to him. But he was a good little player, Richard. He would always give you a tough game. So let's have a look at this game. It was an interesting game. Richard was white, and he started with e4. c5, Sicilian, c3, Alpine variation, d6, d4, cd, cd, knight f6, knight c3, a6, knight f3, bishop g4, pinning the knight to the queen, bishop e2, breaking the pin, knight c6, bishop takes knight, bishop takes bishop, queen b6, d5. Richard getting a bit of space there in the middle. So knight to e5, nicely placed there. He moved the bishop back. It's correct to do that. g6, castle, bishop g7, queen a5 check. I dropped the knight on e5 back to d7 because he's probably going to play f4 to kick it away as soon as he can get, as soon as my queen is gone off of that diagonal. Rook b1, so he wants to get his bishop out, so he has to cover that b pawn with his rook. Castle, bishop e3, queen c7, queen back to d1. Wasn't doing an awful lot on a4 after my queen moved, so he did the right thing again. b5, a3 to prevent that pawn going on any further. Now I played my rook from a8 to c8. Rook c1. I've moved my queen from c8 to b7. So queen d2. That's to c5. I brought my knight into c5 and he took it off because it's a very good piece there. Rook takes c5, bishop f3, rook from f8 to c8. So I've got command of this line now, this file, for the time being. So he's gone back to knight to e2. Throughout this game, Richard has been just trying to break down everything I tried to do. As you see, he's swapped off several times whenever I tried to get the advantage. It's very difficult when players do that against you, and Richard's pretty good at doing that. So he's played knight to e2. I played knight to d7, but my bishop on g7 is now coming on that diagonal, the a1 h8 diagonal, very strongly. Rook takes rook, rook takes rook. Rook to c1. Again, Richard's quite happy to swap pieces off in this game. Knight into e5. And now Richard can't move that bishop this time. He's either got to protect it or he's going to get double pawn. So he plays rook takes rook, pawn takes rook. And b3. I understand that now. Right, the bishop's not going anywhere. So I just play queen to b6. Queen e3. Now Richard's gone. Queen e3. Queen d6, knight into g3. I've got 3 against 2 now here, so I'm going to get a passed pawn by the looks of it. c4, b takes c, knight takes c. Queen a7, bishop into e5. Now he needs to move that knight or he'll lose a pawn. But he plays check first. King g7, Then he moves the bishop back, surprisingly. Bishop to e2. So I played bishop into d4 with a little trap here. I don't know if you can see it, but I'll give you a second to have a look, okay? Okay, you're going to see the trap in action now. He played bishop takes knight. I played queen takes g3. And he's in loads of trouble. He's going to get checkmated here now. So Richard resigned. He can't do anything because even if he moves his bishop, he would still be in trouble because of queen takes pawn check, king h1, queen f1 check, king h2, and then bishop e5. He has to play g3. I go queen back to f2 check, and he goes into h1, and then it's queen to mate. So there you are. That was a game with Richard. It's a pity he fell for the little trap there, but he didn't like my knight on c4. He was thinking about the knight taking a pawn on a3, and I overlooked that. So, but that's what chess is about. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the game, and I'll see you soon.